Talk business thanks to our partners 2 Degrees. Will rising unemployment nudge the Reserve Bank to cut interest rates? Garth, Bray, BusinessDesk here. Hey Garth, good morning.
Hey Ryan.
So we're expecting next month we've got another Reserve Bank monetary policy review. We had employment numbers out yesterday, sort of pointing to some softening in Q2.
Yeah, it was a whisker up, 0.1, and year on year down 1.2, I think was what we were looking at. And that 0.1 was about a 0.1 increase, I think, in May, and that was revised down to a negative 0.1. So basically these numbers get looked at, last month's numbers get looked at when the current numbers come out. Increasingly they get nudged back, and that's led some economists, the BNZ's economists, for example, to say, look, we are expecting unemployment to hit about 5.3% in the June quarter. It was about 5.1 in May. All that suggests that fewer jobs. I mean, I think we had the numbers out yesterday, 27,850 fewer jobs than there were this time last year, most of them in construction. Fewer jobs, fewer people spending, less inflation, less inflationary pressure, less reason for the Reserve Bank to be worried about that and to maybe think, okay, we can put the foot on the gas gently. And expectations that that might flow through to an October cut as well, if those numbers actually bear out. Yeah.
I think they just need to go double whammy, straight up the guts.
Plant the boot.
Yeah, plant the boot, exactly. It feels like, you know, if ever there was a time, it's now. Hey, also Deval, we've got an accountant in trouble this related to the Deval investigation.
Yeah, this is this big property firm we've talked about a few times, the developers who were put into statutory management by the government nearly a year ago. And at the Chartered Accountants Institute, there was a disciplinary tribunal down in Wellington yesterday where an accountant that worked for Deval, Waikato accountant, can't be named until later today, has to break the bad news that pleaded guilty to conduct unbecoming and discrediting the profession, basically for refusing to take orders from the statutory managers that were put in place and continuing to supply information to some of the shareholders, dealing with one of the founders, and basically putting information out there which the tribunal evidence suggested was giving people who had put money into this business an unfair picture or an unclear picture that the business was solvent. They didn't give the complete picture that was the charge. And that's a serious situation, obviously, and that's left the statutory managers took this complaint and they're looking at, you know, it could be like a $30,000, $15,000 fine, but it also just highlights how unusual this was. This is pretty atypical for someone to be pinged in this way.
Yeah. Now, looking ahead, we've got some jobs data. We've got more jobs data, Aussie workforce participation today, and US non-farm payrolls Friday.
Yeah, and something as well called the JOLTS, the Job Openings and Labour turnover, I think it is, which is another study out of the US today. So lots of jobs numbers around and lots of indications about how, as a lagging indicator, you know, jobs are responding to those other indicators that we're seeing in terms of tariffs, price rises and so on.
All right.
We need to look at.
There is indeed. Thank you very much for that, Garth. Good to see you. Garth Bray from BusinessDesk, and we talk business every day thanks to our partners 2 Degrees.